Hello everyone and welcome back to our European Journeyman series with the England national team as we look to kick off our World Cup campaign, having qualified quite emphatically for the tournament. I think we've won every single match in qualifying. We've now been set the objective of winning the World Cup. We are the third best team in the world according to the rankings, and we are the pre-tournament favourites. So this is the year if ever it was going to happen. You can see Jamaica actually beat Paraguay in the first match of our World Cup group. So this game against Belgium, very, very important. It will decide probably who will win the group. I imagine we will go through even if we do lose to Belgium. You can see we also were drawn against Denmark and Portugal in the European League Division A group. But I'm not sure we'll be manager for that competition as it comes up. I expect us to resign at the end of this World Cup. But today we're going to go through all three of the group games, which could see us resigning after just 3 matches in the World Cup. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than Roy Hodgson did when he went to the World Cup, and we can maybe win this tournament. For the game against Belgium, we are going to play Marcus Rashford up front. You may remember he scored a bagload of goals for us in the last few games. James Carter is going to be on the left flank with Cameron Holland on the right flank. It's our captain Andy Clark in the middle with Robert Terrace. He's got Lewis Cook just behind those two. Then it's Luke Shaw, Simon Evans, John Stones and Kevin Davies in defence with Jack Butland in goal. Here's the first highlight of our World Cup campaign in Canada. It's Jacques on the ball out to Thibault. Now Courtois still in goal for the national side, onto Denayer, De Bruyke, all worked out wide to Musonda, Bongiovanni, back to Musonda, Shaw with a very strong tackle there, here's Carter, back to Lewis Cook, Terrace onto Carter again, forward to Marcus Rashford. What can he do in this position? He finds Carter, coming forward, our first real threat, the ball looking out wide there, cut down, here's Terrace, finds Holland, great position, he puts it inside and Rashford is there. Marcus Rashford opens up our World Cup campaign with the first goal, carrying on where he left off last time, and we lead Belgium 1-0. The biggest game of our group stages is the first one. Here's another highlight, Clark bringing down the ball beautifully, still going Clark, I'm not sure what kind of effort that was, but we are totally in control of the opening 20 minutes here, and if we can beat Belgium, we will put ourselves in such a strong position. Here they come again. It's Truzzi on the ball. Sends it back to Bongiovanni. Musonda looking to beat Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's missed the tackle completely. Musonda puts it in and Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku is in there to level things up. And that was really poor defending from Luke Shaw. And we've got work to do. Jacques forward to Gertrude. Now Truzzi into Bongiovanni. Smet out to De Bruyke. Looking for Lukaku, who somehow still has a pace. He must be in his 30s. And Simon Evans, for no reason whatsoever, has gone sliding in there in the box. And Romelu Lukaku has got a chance to make it 2-1 to Belgium with what will be just their second shot of the game. Lukaku stepping up against Butland, but it's gone in. I thought Butland might just have got his hand to that. But Lukaku put enough power behind it, and we are now 2-1 down. Clark with the free kick. Cleared back out towards Clark. Finds Terrace. Good position. Carter's first time shot. He's found the back of the net. We are back on terms. What an opening game to our World Cup campaign this is. 30 minutes in and it's 2-2. Corner from Terrace. Less than 20 minutes left. It's headed out by the first defender, but Holland will pick up the ball. He's looking to cut into the middle, finds Andy Clark, good position for the captain, who finds Carter, who's in on goal and has found the angle. I thought he'd overrun the ball, but he's managed to slot it past Courtois. And we are 3-2 up in the World Cup against Belgium. 15 minutes left to go. Can we hang on here? It's time to bring on Dele Alli, I think, for Robert Terrace. We've got Joe Page on the bench. He's very, very good as well. And I think Rashford can probably come off in a minute. We can get somebody else up front. But this will be a huge victory for us and a very deserved one as well if we can hang on against Belgium. There is just 2 minutes of added time for us to see out. It looks like we're going to do it. Courtois forward to Jacques. Now it's Tielemans. Out to Bongiovanni, ball sent forward, Stones has it, there's the full-time whistle, and in Ottawa we have got our World Cup campaign off to a winning start, an excellent comeback from 2-1 down to beat Belgium 3-2. James Carter, the star player of that game, and it means we go top of our World Cup group after the first match, and the campaign is alive and kicking. Well, there's quite a few changes to the team for this match against Paraguay. It's worth noting that Belgium did beat Jamaica 2-0 yesterday, which means that if we win this, we'll be 3 points clear at the top of the group with 1 game left to go. So it's important that we do get the win. Paraguay shouldn't be that big an opponent, and I have rotated the team so that Woodburn, Wannell and Holland are now the front 3, with Ali, Downs and Cook in midfield. Hatfield, Stones, Evans and Douglas are the back 4. Jack Butland continues in goal. Well, half-time is come and gone. It's still 0-0. We've had all the chances in the possession. Paraguay not getting a shot on target, but we haven't been able to break them down yet. Here's Holland with the ball. He loses it. We need to make this breakthrough soon, otherwise we will be in trouble. Ben Woodburn not impressing me up front at the moment, and we could see Marcus Rashford come on in the last half an hour or so to try and turn things around, because at the moment we're just creating nothing. So I think Woodburn has to come off for Marcus Rashford. I'm also going to take Hatfield off because he's having a poor game and he's already on a yellow card. Hopefully that will help fix the team a little bit. There are just 15 minutes left and there still hasn't been a single highlight in this game. It must be the most boring World Cup match of this competition. 15 minutes left. We've got another yellow card. We've picked up 4 today and they're all in the defensive areas, which is a bit of a concern. 10 minutes left to go. We've got to go overload. I hate having to go overload. Here's a highlight. Can we finally create something? It's Rashford into Clark. He's gone for goal. He's hit the crossbar. It's back with Rashford and it comes out towards Douglas. Now Clark again finds Downs. Ball comes to Rashford. Sent back to Cook. Can we fashion another chance? It's put forward and headed away. So close there, Clark, hitting the crossbar after nothing in this entire game. Finally, Paraguay get it forward. It's Romero on the ball. We need to be careful defensively as well. Figueiredo, back to Santa Cruz. All the way back to Cabanas, and I think that was the chance. If that didn't go in, we're always going to struggle. There is another highlight here. 2 minutes to go. The game has come alive in the last 5 minutes or so. Clark has the ball. He's been the turning player. Here's Holland on the right. Cuts inside. Tries to pull the ball back, but it's cleared out. Sent forward and Lung. Evans has the ball, and he's given it away in a dangerous position. Simon Evans, who gave away a penalty in the first game, is getting sent off here in our second World Cup match. There's the red card. Sent off in the World Cup. That is disgraceful behaviour from any England player. Absolutely outrageous. And it means Lewis Cook has to be a makeshift centre-back for the last 3 minutes as we try and chase a winner. Here's the free kick from Riveros. Put into the middle. Clark heads it away. Villalba with the ball. Big tackle there. We need to be careful diving into the box. We learnt that in the last game. 1 minute left. Here's Riveros with the throw. Comes to Valente. He puts a cross in. Clark will pick this up. Can he break forward? He's looking for Rashford and he's found him. It should be a tired defence for Rashford to run at. He's lost the ball there though. And it's come to Romero as well. Cook wins it back. Stones gets there. 20 seconds left. Ball given away to Gomez. Santa Cruz onto Cabanas. I think this is going to be a really frustrating 0-0 result for us. Figueiredo, though, might be able to create something. Puts it across. It's gone out of play. It is going to be 0-0. 20 shots, only 4 were on target in that entire game. That's the reason it was 0-0. Absolutely unacceptable from the entire team. Even with all the changes, that is unbelievable. We are still 1 point clear at the top of the group, but had we won that, we would have been pretty much guaranteed our place in the next round. And now we've got Lewis Cook suspended as well. Really frustrating, and now we have to win against Jamaica to make sure we win our group. Well, it wouldn't be an England World Cup campaign if we didn't make it an issue to qualify from a relatively easy group, and that is exactly what is happening at the moment. We have to beat Jamaica to make sure we win the group. We really should be beating Jamaica quite comfortably, but it's worth remembering they did beat Paraguay and we didn't, so this will be an interesting test of what we can do. The team's a little bit tired. The World Cup campaigns always absolutely knacker your squads, which is why rotation is so important, but I can't risk sitting players out for this one. I also need to get Ben Woodburn away from the striking position because I just do not trust him to get the goals after that game against Paraguay. Otherwise, it's going to be Carter and Holland on the wings with Clark, Terrace and Downs in midfield. Then Hatfield, Douglas, Stones and Davies are back 4 with Butland in goal. Terrace tries to send the ball forward, but it comes to Gray. Now Johnson onto Lawrence. Gray again. Finds Anderson. Ball's gone over to Roof, who's in on goal, but it blasts that one on the volley well over the bar. Terrace with the ball. Sends it forward to Holland. Now Davies. Good position to whip a ball in. He's got 3 in the box to aim at. He's hit the crossbar there, and it's cleared out by Wisdom. Hatfield with the throw. Finds Carter. Ball across the bottom, and Rashford is there following up. It was, I think, Davies who had the original shot, but Rashford was there doing what he always does to get the goal for England and make it 1-0, and we should be winning this group. Here's another chance. It's Douglas who sends it out wide to Hatfield with a lot of time and space to find someone. He's found Clark. There's Carter. Back to Rashford. Well saved. Holland following up, has made it 2-0. There are the 2 goals that should secure our position at the top of the group. And hopefully we can get a few more to give our players a chance of that golden boot. Terrace with the corner. In towards the middle. Cleared out. Carter gets to it. Now Terrace again. Across the middle, Rashford in there has put it just wide. Dele Alli out to Carter. Looking to beat the fullback. Puts the ball inside. Holland arriving has hit the crossbar. So close to a 3rd goal. Holland onto Terrace. Now Davies. Down the line for Holland again. Clark. Back to Holland. Everything going through him at the moment. Skips 1 tackle. Keeps the ball. Finds Terrace. Clark. Into Rashford, turns the defender and can't beat the keeper, Blake. Carter with the free kick, and he finds the top corner for 3-0. Carter with the goal, make sure of the points, and that will be comfortable progression into the knockout stages for us. Oakley looking to get something back for Jamaica. Anderson onto Butler. Now Bailey beats the defence, but Butland saves it. He doesn't hold on to it, but Hatfield clears it away. There's a full-time whistle, a good, comfortable 3-0 win over Jamaica. Make sure we win the group. A very good performance from the team. Belgium only just squeaking through. They were held by Paraguay as well, so we really did well in what was quite a competitive group in the end. Jamaica just missing out on making it into the last 16, but Belgium is still a force to be reckoned with in there and will be tough going forward. Well, this is what the second round of the World Cup looks like at the moment. We've been drawn with Russia, which will be a tough match, but not the hardest we could have faced. Holland getting Denmark, Nigeria and Portugal in there. Argentina, Spain's a big one. So's Italy, France. That'll be a couple of big guns out. Austria, Mexico should be interesting. Brazil should be beating Switzerland, and Belgium get Germany. So it's a very good thing that we beat Belgium to top of the group. If we have a look at that group stage performances from all the teams, you can see Holland comfortably winning their group with all 3 matches. Nigeria also going through above Canada, the hosts, and China. Portugal and Denmark going through ahead of Algeria and Australia. Portugal will be tough. Argentina and France going through. Argentina with all 3 games, including beating France. Italy and Spain going through. USA just missing out on going through over Spain. Uruguay finishing bottom of what must have been the group of death there. Mexico and Switzerland going through in a relatively easy group. Wales finishing bottom with 3 defeats, a bit disappointing. Brazil and Austria also going through. Morocco only 2 points. Iran getting just 1. We went through with Belgium, and Germany won the group ahead of Russia. So that was a really tough group. And we're lucky to avoid Germany, really. They could easily have finished second there, allowing Russia to finish top. But Russia, 2 wins and a defeat, which presumably came against Germany, shows they are going to be tough to beat. Uzbekistan, we only just beat recently, so that's going to be tough. Russia will be a hard game, but that is going to be it for this episode. If we look at the England fixtures, you will see that the next match is in just 4 days' time against Russia as we try and put ourselves into the quarterfinals of the World Cup. We need to be trying to win this competition. Next episode, we'll have that game against Russia, and if we go through, we'll also play the quarterfinal. So drop a like on the video if you're excited about that draw and if you think we can go all the way and hopefully avoid Germany until the final, because that would be a fantastic final. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see how this World Cup campaign progresses. But until next time, see ya!